Yo, I have to apologize in advance for the low quality audio because the wind is blowing. Maybe the wind calms down a little bit, but we are where we are. This morning I was walking the dog over here and I saw there were goats on this side of the mountain, and I knew the goats were gonna have to come up around. So when I saw them coming back, I rushed home, got my hunting gear together, and tried to beat them up the corner, but I missed. I was too late. I was like 5 minutes too late, and they beat me up the mountain. I need to beat them to the mountain. There's no way I can. They beat me to the gap. I needed to be there first. I did run into a goat like 5-10 feet away from me here, but before I could draw, it was gone. So that's where we are right now. That's not what this video is about though. This video is me. I don't think it's a place of euphoria, but I feel like trading is solved for me. I feel like I solved trading. I have the keys, I got the answers. And what that really means and what that looks like is after 5 years, my sampling process is over. So I sampled for 5 years. My sampling process is over. I built a system that I know is great, I believe in, and it's so robust and goes back so many hundreds of years. I don't expect it to ever stop working. Although I know there's still gonna be work in trading, but I have the system. It's really similar to buy and hold. I have the schedule set up, which is really easy to trade. It's only gonna be a couple trading days a month, depending on what happens. And I've got I addressed all my limiting psychological beliefs and conflicting psychological beliefs that was preventing me from trading the system. And I also have the network and connection to quants and programmers and developers to help me automate stuff and backtest things. So, I mean, that's a great place to be in. I also have enough capital that it still makes sense to trade. And I also have some really cool jobs that I'm doing and other things I'm doing for money and other things that I'm doing with my time, where my life is exciting outside of trading. I don't need to look at the charts for excitement, so I can stick with a boring business. And as much as I could wish, by the way, welcome in, much love, Trav here. If you don't know me, I'm an adventure entrepreneur living here on West Oahu. And if I didn't, I mean, there's part of me that's like, oh, I wish I learned all this from the beginning. But I mean, that's a lot of things to learn. Sample every trading system, figure out how to backtest and build systems and actually find one that's really good. Address all kinds of limiting beliefs and psychological beliefs around it, and also make the connection, all these connections with developers and so on. It's a lot to ask. There's no reason to think that should happen in the first 6 months, the first year, or even the first 2 years, you know? I'm about 4.5 years into trading, closing my 5th calendar year, and it's a great place to be. Again, it feels solved. I don't even need to worry about my system stopping working. It won't, because it doesn't trade under the 200 moving average. So if gold and Bitcoin and the stock market go to zero, I won't really lose money. I'm not going to be in the trade, right? I'm not going to be long. So it's a really great place to be. And part of it was also sifting through all the bullshit with the sampling process, figuring out who's legit, who's not, who's lying, who's deceptive, who's honest, who's authentic, and also discovering this idea that there's two games in trading. There's the game of trading, and then there's the game of trading addiction. And you can win at trading and lose the game of trading addiction. And the more important game is the game of trading addiction. How you need to resolve that, you need to solve that, because you can win that money and you can lose your life, right? Check it out, here's a big set coming. Let's see, is someone gonna catch this? I'm gonna go surfing in the evening. I like to surf in the evening because it's more of a social experience. That is a big wave though. Nobody got it. It didn't really break in the right. Oh, someone got it going left, right. Okay, short ride. Usually, you're trying to catch them to the right. It's a longer ride. But, yeah. Let me give you guys some advice. Choose your mentors carefully. Choose your mentors carefully, man. right? Pick traders whose lives you would switch with, right? Not who you would trade for their money or whatever, right? That's how you find like not go down the path of the trading addiction, right? I wouldn't trade my life for anyone who's just sitting on the computer all day, no matter how much money you make, because one of the things I learned is statistically, once your basic needs are met, more money doesn't equate to more happiness, right? There's all these other things, so why are you sacrificing your happiness for money that you don't need, right? Common psychological fallacies. If you do make more money, it causes you to focus on the money more even though you don't need it, and it doesn't make you happier. It's backwards, it's part of the addiction. Psychological fallacy. Trading can be a consistent source of income. For most people, no, you shouldn't think of it as income or consistent. It's a way to build wealth over the long term, right? If you want consistent paycheck, get a job, nothing wrong with that. I like working job work. Where else can we go with this? Where to start? So the longest time I've been telling everybody you start by reading the Market Wizards, because these are audited, successful traders, people who actually make money. But, wow, look at the set right here. Nobody surfs this one. This is called Cosmeyers, but this swell looks awesome. So sick. Wow. So sick. That's where I've been telling people to start with Market Wizards, but I've got a better answer now. Start with Richard Dennis. Start with The Complete Turtle Traders, the book The Complete Turtle Traders. Write this down, the book The Complete Turtle Traders. Don't read anything but that book. Not only was Richard Dennis the most successful trader, turning $500, $400 into $200 million in 20 years, 100% annualized a year for 20 years, but he was the most successful trading teacher and mentor. He took a large group of students, a large cohort, like 20, 30 traders, and they all immediately averaged 100% a year as a group for 5 years. And he armed them with big capital. How did he do that? Well, it goes over systems trading, and a system that's easy to trade. So that's the book you need. That's where you should start. That's where you should start. So where do we go from here? Can I keep being a fountain of content and putting out content every day when trading is essentially close to solved for me and it's kind of boring and there's other things I don't know. Well, the psychology is fascinating to me. I've learned so much. I'm continuing to make videos. We'll see how that goes. Those of you guys who want to trade with me in 2025, there's a link to my system down below. There's not a whole lot to do. It really is a touch grass system. I traded on like November 27th, and then I got an alert and I placed a trade on December 3rd. 7 days later, something like that, and then I don't know when the next alert's going to go off. There's nothing to do. The trading session lasts 30 minutes too. So I'm just here doing my thing. I'm hunting goats in the mountains. I'm diving with sharks and dolphins and whales out here. I'm going into town for adventure tours, hiking tours, cooking good food, eating good food, reading books, working out, going on bike rides up the coast. Trading's in the back seat. Day trading's in the rear view. Three years of that is gone. No more. So anyways, appreciate y'all. Much love. I'm about to hike down this mountain now. You're awesome. Thank you. Much love. Peace.